Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what about you keeps people wondering. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We have 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the Shell with the Astral Realms Crystal Oracle. For pile number 2, we have Carnelian with the Divine Feminine Oracle, and for pile 3 we have the Rose Quartz with the Starseed Oracle. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile, pick whichever one you are most drawn to. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose the Shell and the Astral Realms Crystal Oracle, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what about you keeps people wondering. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you happen to find yourself enjoying the reading, then please go ahead and consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So let's go ahead and shuffle the oracle deck that you chose, and then after that we'll look at your tarot cards. Okay, so spirit guides of pile number 1, spirit guides of pile number 1. What about pile number 1 keeps people wondering? So we have the Emerald card with Mercury and Cognizance. We have Flower Agate with the Throat Chakra and Expression. 2 cards about communication, which is really interesting. We have Super 7, Alrisha Star and Direction. And we have Jupiter with Curiosity in the reverse with Apophyllite. So let me just reflect on this for a second and see what I'm picking up here. Okay, so firstly, when I see black tourmaline at the back of the deck, I sense that with the Mercury and throat chakra coming up here. So Mercury's the planet of the mind and communication, and the throat chakra is literally our chakra, the energy center responsible for communication. And since we have black tourmaline at the back of the deck, which is a crystal of protection, maybe you are somebody that doesn't really tell people about your goals or the things you are working towards, the kind of decisions you're making in your life, the things you are excited about. So that is what I'm getting here. Maybe with curiosity in the reverse, they are curious to see, what you're doing in your life right now. But since you're not speaking about it to certain people, it keeps them wondering what you're doing in your life, what you're up to. And it's coming from this place of, yes, curiosity, but also being a little bit nosy, because I feel like this pile is very private and you do share things with people, but you choose what you do want to share and not, depending on how much you trust the person, right? So yeah, I don't know if there's just a lot of private people in this pile, or you just don't tell people about your plans because of evil eye or jealousy, or just wanting to keep it to yourself until you actually, get there. So for whatever reason it is, people kind of wonder why you aren't being open with them with what you're doing in life or what decisions you're making. But again, it's coming from a place of a little bit of nosiness, and just wanting the tea, if that makes sense. Like, I don't feel like it's coming from the best intentions when they're wondering. It's coming from this place of like wanting to know every little detail, to be kept in the loop, and to not feel like they're outside looking in on your life. To feel like they're actually participating in that. But again, it's coming from like a place of nosiness, so not the best intentions. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like they go to people you're close to and they kind of like try to get the tea on you, try to figure out what you're doing in life, what decisions you're making in life, what path you're taking in life. Because you don't tell them that, they try to get other people to tell them that, which is quite interesting, but also a little bit weird. It rubs me the wrong way, I won't lie, but this is what I'm seeing here. This is what makes people wonder about you. The fact that you're keeping quiet about your goals, it makes them wonder even more, okay? With that, I will say that the people closest to you won't tell them about what you're up to. Just because I'm hearing, oh, well, if you're so interested, why don't you go and ask them? So I'm hearing that in my mind where that makes me actually feel good for you because that means that you have friends and people in your life that are loyal and won't just tell people about, your personal things. So yeah, a lot of people are wondering what kind of dreams, goals, desires you have for the future because I feel like people know that you're a big dreamer. People know that you want to go towards greatness, if that makes sense. Like I'm hearing people know your potential. People see that and they see you going towards greatness. So they're always wondering what you're doing behind the scenes because I'm literally clairvoyantly seeing a behind the scenes video that celebrities do. So yeah, people want to know what you're doing behind the scenes to kind of catch up on you. I also do see that there could be people from your past trying to stalk you on social media, trying to figure out what you're doing right now, who you're talking to right now, if you have healed, if you are still in the same place they once left you. But a lot of them see that you definitely aren't in the same place they still left you. A lot of them see that you have changed and grown and kind of like transformed in very big, huge ways. And there is a sense of jealousy and bitterness there as a reaction because of that, because they expect to kind of look at your page on social media and see that you're not doing well, but then you're actually really doing well. And I'm hearing the song Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. So it kind of leaves a bitterness with them. Also, what I will say with Jupiter is people can see that you have grown, people can see that you have expanded in very huge ways, and that you are somebody that attracts a lot of luck your way. And I do think that if anybody has done you wrong, karma comes to them very quickly, is what I hear from Spirit, because the universe is very protective over you. Your spirit guides, especially your ancestors, are very protective over you. I feel like a grandmotherly, great grandmotherly energy. But what I'm saying here is when they see your luck, they get very bitter and they keep wondering, how do you attract luck to you, but they don't feel lucky in their own life? So that's just their perspective. What else am I getting here? Some of them like want to reach out and apologize to you, but some of them don't. Um, and maybe some of you sense that, like when they are thinking of you, maybe you sense it intuitively or when they're stalking you. And I also feel like on social media, you're not really sharing too much about your private life. You share what you want to share. So there's something about not just people from your past stalking your social media, but people in general that are a little bit nosy and curious, where they want to find out what's going on behind closed doors. I feel like a lot of people kind of get a little bit upset because they try to stalk you on social media and they intend to find something a little bit more deeper about you or a little bit more personal about you, like a secret, but then they don't find it, and then I see their hands up in the air. So I don't know what that's about, but yeah, you got a lot of people being nosy. And the reason I say watching you is because I'm seeing the eye here, and Spirit is showing me technology. Okay. I also see people trying to wonder about who you are talking to and who you're friends with, who you're keeping in your life. I also see that things you maybe speak about to others are things they later wonder about. So that could be different for all of you. But Let's just say you say something to somebody. I don't know. Spirit, give me a silly example. Small example. Let's just say you say to somebody like a stranger, "Oh, I just went traveling recently," but you didn't tell them where you went. Then now they're kind of wondering, "Oh, I wonder where they went. I wonder how their trip was. I wonder if I go on their social media, if I'll see pictures of their trip." Like it's kind of like a nosy energy, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and pull your tarot cards now. So I'm hearing this song Give Me More by Britney Spears. And that's making me think like people just want more information on you. They want more tea on you. I feel like people find your life very interesting and intriguing. So they just want to know more about your life and then talk about your life later to others. I'm also seeing people could wonder where you went to school, what your life was growing up. There's also something about me smelling dog, like a dog's fur. So, um, maybe some people wonder if you have pets or if you have any dogs or pets, how they're doing. I don't know, but there's something about pets coming through. Or if you like pets or not. There's something about people wondering what it's like to live in your routine, like what your routine's kind of like, what you do day to day, if that makes sense as well. And I'm also seeing something about your home, like what your home could look like. And of course, this is people that have never been to your home. So I think because you don't speak a lot about your personal things, it keeps people wondering. It's like you have this mysterious energy where people just want more from you. They have an intrigue towards you because you're not sharing that much. You choose what you want to share and you share what isn't so private to you. So, Spirit Guides of Pile number 1. Spirit Guides of Pile 1, what keeps people wondering? So, we have the Empress showing up first. So, I heard beauty when I looked at the Empress here. There is something about people wondering what your routine is like to keep you so beautiful. Because this is a card of Venus, Venus is the planet of beauty and romance. But with this card, I'm also picking up on beauty. So people wonder, like, oh, how does this person do their makeup? Do they get their hair done at a salon because their hair looks so nice? Do they go get their eyebrows done? Do they do skincare? Like, where do they buy their clothes? I'm picking up that kind of energy. So take it as it resonates. But there could be something about your look that people wonder how you got that look. If you got it from inspiration from someone else. Like, for example, I'm seeing someone here with clear skin, and people are wondering, oh, do you do anything to have that clear skin, or is it just naturally like that? That's an example of the energy. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. So people wonder what it is you do for work or how you do your work, what your routine is like, what you do daily, what you are putting effort and work into, like I said before. So I think a lot of people wonder about your work, but in a way of it's 11:11 on the clock. I'm trying to just explain this energy and get it. It's hard to grasp. Okay, I'm hearing from Spirit they want to know how well you're performing at work. That is what the curiosity and nosiness is about. They want to know how well you're performing and what you're planning behind the scenes. What you're mastering, what you're talented at. Because the thing is, people know you have this ability to become talented at anything you put your mind to. And there's something about people knowing you're somebody with very big dreams and goals. So when you're not sharing those dreams or goals with others, they're wondering how far you are on that journey to receiving that. They're wondering about your money situation with the Empress here, because the Empress is a card of abundance as well. We have the Ace of Cups. So with the Ace of Cups, what is this, Spirit? I'm not necessarily getting love life, but relationships to others, like who you're friends with, who you're close to, who you spend your day-to-day life with, who you trust and would give your all to. Like, people wonder who those people are in your life. People also get left wondering if you like them or not, is what I'm hearing when I look at this Ace of Cups card, like whether you trust them or not. Some people take it personal when you don't share private information with them because they're like, oh, does the person not like me? Do they not trust me? But they're projecting, okay? And they're not respecting your boundary for privacy, which to me rubs me the wrong way, but I guess they're just like projecting their own insecurities of maybe not feeling liked. People wonder if you're still in contact with certain people from your past, if you have fully healed from those situations. And people wonder who in your life is really, giving you that pure type of love. When I look at the angel wings on the Ace of Cups, it's making me think of that, like who in your life is trustworthy, and you trustfully. We have the Five of Pentacles showing up next. Yeah, so again, people wonder about your money situation, if you are, doing well right now in that area or not, if you're lacking something, or if things are just doing really well for you. We have the Devil. So yeah, people kind of wonder about people in your life that might have been a little bit more toxic in nature, and they're wondering if you still have them in your life, if you still keep them around, if you still speak to them, because maybe they saw certain things within these people from your past that you didn't see, like certain red flags. And now they're wondering, oh, is this person still dating that person? Is this person still in contact with this person? But they don't really find any information. So what Spirit is showing me as an example is, let's say you dated somebody in the past, and people look at your social media, your Instagram, for example, and they see that you don't have pictures up with this person anymore, and they're kind of wondering, oh, what happened there? Like, I wonder what happened. Did this person do anything wrong to them? Did they hurt them? Or was it just like something with no beef or no drama? So they kind of like want to know the tea. Again, like with people with you, it's like it's more like wanting to know the tea, more so wanting to know what happened. Um, the information you don't usually share with everybody. Anything else before we end off, Spirit? This is weird. I don't know if I want to say this or not. Okay, don't get offended, but I'm hearing some kind of like TikTok sound that's like, do you guys do drugs or something? So with the devil can sometimes represent addictions. So I don't know if people wonder, like, if you go clubbing, if you go partying, if you are into like substances or not, but not because you look like you do it, but maybe there are certain people that are party types of people, that are clubbers, that do those things, and they wonder if you do it too. Um, so I'm seeing that weird energy, but that's what I see. We have the Death card and we have Three of Cups. So people are wondering about friendships that have ended in your life, because the Death card is about an ending. The Three of Cups, to me, I see as friendship. So yeah, that's what they're wondering about. But also with the Three of Cups, this could be celebrations that have happened in your life, maybe milestones you've reached in your life, and how that has transformed for you, how that has transformed things in your life or changed things in your life. And that is what I see people wonder about. Also, we have the Four of Wands at the back of the deck. So this to me, I see as like milestone celebrations as well. Things you've reached, like goals you've hit that you've never shared with anybody, but you've reached. People wonder what that is. Also, people wonder if you want to get married or not, because the Four of Wands can sometimes represent marriage. People kind of wonder if you party or not, because Four of Wands can also represent like events and parties and things like that, and having fun. Maybe they want to go out with you and party, but they're not really sure if you party or not, and that's why maybe I picked up on that other energy. So this is what I have for you, pile number 1. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 2s. If you chose this Carnelian crystal and the Divine Feminine Oracle, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what about you keeps people wondering. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you happen to find yourself enjoying this reading, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please find my email address in the description box below. So, I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm seeing and feeling energetically before I get started by pulling your cards. So, we're going to pull your oracle cards first and then your tarot cards after that. So, firstly, there is a little bit of a backstory behind this crystal that you chose, which, by the way, I was very drawn to for your pile. I don't usually use it because it was a gift to me, from someone special in my life, so I don't usually use it in readings. But what I take here is people sometimes wonder about your love life, because this was gift from my boyfriend. So people sometimes wonder about your love life, like if you're dating anybody, if you're single. That is more so strangers that don't know. Because with Carnelian is a very sexy crystal. So I'm getting that a lot of people find you like very attractive, very sexy. And people often think like, how can a person so beautiful, so gorgeous, so attractive, or so handsome be single? That is impossible. So there's something about people that are potentially interested in you, attracted to you, crushing on you, wondering if you already have somebody, right? Because they want to go up to you and flirt with you or talk to you in some way. And then there are certain people that just wonder, like, let's say you are in a relationship. There are certain people that wonder what your relationship is like, what the dynamic is between the two of you. If you two have, a healthy relationship, if there's a lot of love, how long you've been together. It's like they want to know all the details. But more like the real details between you and this lover. If you're in a situationship, people wonder the same things, like if you are going to start dating this person or not. If you're single, people wonder if you're open to love, like if you're going on dates, or if you're wanting to look for love or not, or if you're just happy being single for now, or if you're waiting for the right person, or if you're just like having some fun and not taking anything serious right now. So those are the things people wonder about. What I will also say with this pile, when I got to your pile, I felt this strong sense that you may trigger certain insecurities within people. And this is not everybody in your life, but there are some people's energies I'm picking up on where they have very heavy wounds around their self-worth, very heavy wounds around insecurities, the way they look themselves. But also, so I feel wounds around the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root. And the reason why I say I feel those wounds is because I literally got to your pile and my stomach started hurting so much. And it's not anything physical because my stomach was fine before in pile 1. And my root chakra also started hurting. My sacral started hurting. So those are the areas of like our self-worth, our confidence within ourselves, our relationship to our body, how we feel secure about ourselves with the root chakra. So a lot of these people that I'm picking up on, that are kind of like wondering about you, are very insecure in themselves, don't feel secure with themselves, don't feel like they know their worth, don't see their inherent value. And they kind of wonder if you ever deal with insecurities of your own like them, because it's like they see you as so beautiful, so gorgeous, so handsome, whatever you resonate with, that they wonder if you ever deal with the same insecurities they deal with, because they kind of see it as impossible, because I'm hearing they see you as perfect. And some of them wish to have what you have, or to have the confidence that you have, because carnelian is a sacral chakra crystal which can relate to confidence. So even if you don't see yourself having confidence, they could assume that you have confidence because of the way that you look. They could assume that you never feel insecure because of the way that you look. But that's kind of what they wonder about. Also, I was seeing eyes on you clairvoyantly in terms of a vision. So there are a lot of eyes on you. There are a lot of people watching you that are interested in you, potentially dating you, but also people just watching you because they're very, I'm hearing inspired by you, but also in awe of you. So there could be people watching you on social media. This could be when you're walking around in public where people kind of watch and try to like figure you out in some way. They try to read you, not literally with tarot, but like they try to read you. They try to read your body language. I think there are just people that are very interested in your life. So let's see what oracle cards come out. And I'm also picking up people wonder what it is you do for fun. Yeah, like if you are more introverted, if you like to stay at home, and if you're a gamer, if you like to go out, like that's kind of what I'm getting. People wonder about what you do for fun, what activities you do, what hobbies you're passionate about, things like that. So what is it about pile number 2 that keeps people wondering? We have Diana with Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Okay. Then we have the Saint of Authenticity with I am my authentic self in all circumstances. Actually, let me do this. Okay, then we have this card that I need to cover. Just give me a second. Okay, so this is the Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Okay, I just need to cover it because of nudity. And the last card you have is the Mother of the Universe with I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. Very interesting. So you have cards that are so cohesive with each other, which is just mind-blowing to me, but let me read what I see here. So there is something about you being comfortable with being your true self out in public, with showing and giving other people a sense of your authentic self. You don't hide who you are in public. You don't hide the little quirks you have or the little things that make you passionate or excited about life. And you fully share that with people. And people wonder how it is you became so comfortable with being who you are, the truth of who you are. I'm hearing the song Reflection. That one that's like, when will my reflection show me who I am on the inside or something like that. I could be saying it wrong. But there's something about some people that have certain insecurities around showing their true self to the world that kind of get curious and wonder like how you became so comfortable with doing that. They may even want to ask you how you got to this point of self-confidence and being unapologetically you, because maybe that's something they struggle with. But sometimes they're too shy to ask you for that advice or how you got there, because it's very personal to them, a personal issue that they don't really feel comfortable sharing with people. But you make them feel less alone, knowing that you came to this place where you can be your true self in the world and be your authentic self, regardless of what people think or what people's opinions are of you, because you know that people that truly love you will kind of flock towards you, and people that don't like the true you will just stay away. And that's okay, because it will attract your true people, you know what I mean? The people that are meant to be around you, the people that truly like you. And if somebody doesn't like you because of you being yourself, then, bye-bye. Like, so there's something about you, them perceiving you as like secure in yourself, where you have a healthy ego, and I feel like you've built up your own sense of ego in a healthy way where it serves you. It doesn't destroy you, if that makes sense. It's not self-destructive when I talk about your ego. So they are wondering how it is you got there, what it is you did, if you were always like this, or if you had to work on your own self-confidence. Some people that go through extremes of being in a high ego and extremes of being in an extremely low ego kind of wonder how you have that balance. Because I'm seeing some people where, let's say they go through extremes and they're kind of swinging between the two energies, where one day they feel really, really insecure. The next day they're like, oh, I'm better than everybody. And it's like they can't find this balance between the ego, if that makes sense, where they're always going through these extremes. And they wonder how it is you got to this point of equilibrium and balance and harmony within your ego. Maybe you killed off a part of yourself, an old part of you, got rid of it, and rebirthed into a new version of yourself. And people wonder how it is you did that as well. People wonder how you let go of things that didn't serve you, because some people that feel stuck in a place where they know maybe that person isn't good for them, that job isn't good for them, their family isn't good for them, whatever it is, they know it's not good for them, but they have trouble walking away, and they wonder how you did it so effortlessly in their eyes, of course. May not be effortless in your eyes, but in their eyes, it's like, how did you do this? You know? People also wonder what your love language is and how it is that what they can do to make you feel loved, because I see certain people trying to be closer to you, where they want to be your friend, or they want to be around you, or have some type of relationship to you, and they're wondering what it is that makes you feel loved, what they can do to show you that they care. People also wonder how you formed such a strong belief within yourself. So, when you are going towards goals of your own, when you are shooting towards the stars, in terms of what you want to manifest or bring into your reality, or birth into your reality, create into your reality, it's like you have this immense belief that you can have that and that you can achieve that. So people wonder how you came to that point of self-belief. Was it just faking it till you make it? Was it telling yourself that every day? How did you get there? Because they want to do that too, but they have immense self-doubt, and it almost feels like that self-doubt is holding them back and keeping them stuck, because maybe they know that they want to go towards bigger things in their life, but they don't exactly know how to let go of that self-doubt. And a part of them wants to protect themselves from feeling like they have failed, or feeling like they have made a fool of themselves, in terms of putting themselves out there, or embarrassing themselves, or what people will think of them. So let's say we are picking up on a person, for example, that has an interest in doing something, and they know that their friends or family would judge them for that, because they know who their friends and family are, and they don't go towards it because they're afraid of that judgment. So that is an example of the energy. Whereas when you have an interest or a passion towards something, you go towards it, and you're giving to yourself, you're being in service to yourself by doing that. Like when you want to do something, you are your authentic self, you are being yourself truly. And it's like, if people don't like that, then they don't truly accept you for who you are, and you're secure in letting them go, knowing that they're not truly for you at the end of the day. And people wonder how you came to that point. So there is a lot here about self-confidence, self-worth, the way you feel about yourself, and people want that same energy within themselves, but they don't exactly know how to get there. People also wonder if you speak multiple languages or not. If you have any interests in creativity or writing, I'm also picking up on that. And people also wonder how it is that you are so pure-hearted. Because what I'm picking up on is maybe you have had a lot of people in your life that haven't had pure intentions towards you, but you still move through life with a pure heart. And there is something about people treating you negatively where people may have perceived it as your heart would have hardened from that experience, but it hasn't. So people wonder how you kept your heart soft, even when you had people that were a little bit more harder in nature, a little bit more cold in nature. Some people are intimidated by your power, I will say that. And some people wonder if they push your buttons, are you still going to be this kind person you are to them? And they kind of wonder how far they can get with that. So I'm picking up on certain people that have maybe tried to push your boundaries or test you, test your limits, test your patience. Um, because don't take it personal, but these are like people I'm picking up on that are, how do I say this? So let's say they don't act with integrity in their daily life. And an example is they see you acting with integrity in your daily life. And then they think it's fake because they don't act that way. So they assume that everybody that acts that way is fake. And then they try to test your boundaries to see if you really are this angel of a person, so that they can prove that you're not. So I will say some people try to get a reaction out of you intentionally to see if you truly are this good person. But it's because they themselves aren't like that, so they don't believe that somebody else can be like that, if that makes sense. So it is classic projection. Don't take it personal. Okay, wow, your reading was a little bit long. Sorry about that, pile number 2, but a lot of information came through. Let's get your tarot cards now. Okay, so Spirit Guides of pile number 2. I'm also seeing something about musical interest, like what you do creatively, or if you have interest creatively, like I said before. We have the King of Wands. I'm picking up that you could also be quite a trendsetter. You could have this leadership energy where when you do something, other people want to do it too. Other people kind of follow your lead and aspire to be like you. So people wonder what it is you do to be so influential to others. Whether you see yourself like that or not, they see it. Temperance. People wonder how it is you're so patient because they've seen you wait for certain things for a long time, but you still patiently waited and never gave up on the things you wanted in life. So let's say you had a dream for a really long time and you still kept working towards it consistently and never gave up, and people wonder how you're so patient, like how you still believed in your vision even if you didn't see the result yet of whatever this is for you. So we have the Knight of Wands reversed. People wonder how you stay so ambitious and motivated all the time, even in moments where you don't want to do the thing you're passionate about. So that is something they wonder about. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups. So you're somebody with a heart of gold. You're somebody with a really huge heart, and I don't know. I feel like some people wonder what shaped you to be like this, to be somebody with such a huge, compassionate heart, yet at the same time, how you have that balance between, speaking your truth with the Queen of Swords and not letting people walk all over you and still being a kind-hearted person, how you found that balance with the Temperance. Because they haven't seen a lot of people like you that have that good heart, that aren't letting people walk all over them, if that makes sense, with the Queen of Swords. And we have Queen of Pentacles reverse. What is this Queen of Pentacles reverse, Spirit? Yeah, so it's like how I said before, you don't really try to, when I was speaking about the ego, this is going back to that, like, you don't really try to act humble in situations where you do deserve that praise and those compliments and those flowers. So let's say, for example, you achieve something really big for yourself, or you reach a new milestone in your life, or you reach a goal and someone says congratulations, you say thank you, and you eat up all those compliments, and you really enjoy that because you worked hard for it and you deserve those compliments and that to be seen for that. So um, there's something about like people wondering how you are okay with like not acting humble even when you don't want to be humble, because some of those people like want to accept compliments but then they feel the need to act humble to not look like they have an ego. But again, it comes down to you not caring too much about what other people think of you, but just caring about your own perception of self and knowing who you are, where even if somebody perceives you in a different way that's not true, it doesn't mean anything to you. It doesn't change anything for you because you know who you are deep down. Also, a lot of these cards have darkness around them here. And then here we see the sun rising. So it's almost making me feel like when you were going through dark moments in your life, how did you stay positive? How did you stay hopeful that, the sun will rise again, that beautiful moments will come back into your life again, and they kind of wonder how you got through that. If there was anybody around you supporting you, helping you get through it, reminding you of the hope, or if you just had to do that for yourself. So that is what keeps people wondering. Also, people wonder, excuse me for saying this, but I'm seeing it. People wonder about your sex life. Sorry, pile two, but that's what they wonder about. I'm not sure why, but it's what I'm seeing. So this is what I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose the Rose Quartz Crystal and the Starseed Oracle, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what about you keeps people wondering. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. So what I'm picking up in your pile. Oh, I forgot to say, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. What I'm picking up in your reading, what I just heard from Spirit, was some people wonder what it is that makes you angry, because with the rose quartz crystal that you chose, I feel like you're somebody that is a very loving person. I mean, you obviously are, since you chose this crystal. You're a very loving person. You're very in touch with your heart. And you're just a very kind person that wants to be kind to everybody. So a lot of people haven't seen the other side of you, like of what makes you angry, what makes you tweak, I'm hearing, what makes you sort of like blow up. And it's not that they want to get you angry, don't get me wrong, but there is something about people wondering that, like, if anything does get you angry, if anything does get you upset, or if you just choose to be the bigger person most of the time. So yeah, like what really pushes your buttons? I don't know why that's coming through. But again, it's like a lot of people haven't seen that angry side of you, so they wonder if anything does make you angry, or if you're just a really calm person that doesn't really take personal offense to most things. Or if you just try to be calm even in moments where you do feel irritated. So that is what I'm picking up from you. So I'm seeing Sailor Moon in my mind's eye. So people wonder what series, what television shows you like, what movies you like, cartoons, what do you like to watch as a child. Kind of like things like that, what your favorite shows are, what your favorite books are, what your favorite music is. That's something people wonder about you. What about pile number 3 keeps people wondering? So we're going to start out with your oracle cards that you chose, and then after that we'll take a look at your tarot cards. What about pile 3 keeps people wondering? So we have big picture thinking with Pleiades energy, visionary and inspired ideas. If you were drawn to pile number 1, your energy is very similar to them, then please go ahead and watch that if you want, of course. But if not, it's okay if you weren't drawn. We have loosen your grip with coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. We have double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. And we have baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. I don't know, I feel like pulling one more card. I just feel that intuitively. Okay, so we have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. And as I pulled this card, I saw a vision of a woman like crying in so much pain. So I don't know, people wonder about the sad moments in your life because maybe that's not something you always share with everybody. Like if you've ever gone through very sad moments in your life and what truly has hurt you or made you feel like you were being torn apart inside. Um, Not for any negative reason, but it's kind of like people see the pain they've gone through in their own life and they wonder if anybody else goes through similar things as them or has experienced similar traumas as them, or if they're the only one that has gone through that. Because yeah, that's kind of like what I'm picking up on, because they sometimes like talk to you and you seem really happy and okay with life, but they wonder if you've ever gone through like really dark moments like they have, or if they're the only one that has experienced that. Not that they want you to experience sad things, but just trying to like wonder, does anybody else go through that? Because they don't want to feel so alone, if that makes sense. Sometimes they want to talk about things they've gone through with you, but they don't know if you'll understand. Um, so that's something I see. Okay, what I'm also getting here from you, pile number 3, is with that anger thing and the thing that like makes you tick, I do sense that you've had some people you've spoken to where maybe you weren't angry at them, but maybe for some of you, you didn't trust this person. Something they said made you not trust them. Or maybe for others of you, you just didn't vibe with them, but it wasn't that you didn't like them. And maybe for others of you, like you just saw that you weren't aligned to them and it wasn't nothing personal, but you just didn't really want to be around them or be their friend or speak to them. And it's like they notice you having great conversations with other people, opening up to other people really deeply, but with them, it's just kind of like surface level. Like the thing is, you are, what's the word? You're kind to people, like even if you're not friends with them. Um, there's a specific word for it. Oh, you're civil with people even if you don't like them. But it's like you're not necessarily having laughs with them or telling them all your deep personal things, and they wonder if they did something to make you mad at them, if they did something to make you not like them, why you don't like them. If you don't like them or if they're just taking it personal and reading the situation wrong, because some of them really want to be around you, but they don't understand what it is they did. And there are certain people um in your life that you have cut off where you don't speak to them anymore. And the thing is, you told them many times what your boundaries were and they weren't listening to them or respecting them. And it just made you feel like you were sort of drowning in certain emotions you didn't want to experience that they were putting you through. So you questioned if they were truly for you or not. And because of that, you cut them out of your life. You were like, well, why do I need to tell this person what they did wrong? Because I told them how many million times what they did wrong and they still haven't done anything to advocate for my emotions or to like they apologized, but they didn't do anything to change the behavior that hurt me in the first place. So why do I need to tell them what they did wrong in the first place? So some of those people wonder, did I do something wrong to hurt them? But it's like, duh. I don't know. That's an energy I'm picking up on. Yeah, so I don't know. There are certain people where you're not close to them, but they wonder if you like them or not. And I guess for them, it's more so an ego thing, like a blow to the ego if you don't like them. It's more so a thing of like an insecurity that they're sort of projecting, where it's like, why don't you like me? What is wrong with me? But the thing is, okay, I have done this too. I fully understand it and empathize with it. But the thing is, sometimes we just don't vibe with people. Sometimes it's nothing personal. Sometimes you just don't relate to that person, or you don't, have any similar interests with that person, or your personalities clash and you can see that you wouldn't get along. And sometimes it's nothing personal, but they're taking it personal. So that's something I see here. People also wonder who it is you like, who it is you click with, who it is you keep around, and like what it is that makes you open up to people and feel like you get them and feel like you click with them and feel like you want to open up to them deeply. And I think often what it is just soul energies. So what I'm seeing is you're a very intuitive person. You're very connected to your own intuition. And often the people you click with are people you have had past lives with, are people you already have deeper soul connections to. And oftentimes, the people you don't click with or don't vibe with aren't part of your soul family, aren't necessarily fated to be in your life or meant to be in your life. There is no purpose there. So, some part of you doesn't feel like you click with them because they're not meant to be part of your journey. And I think that's just an intuitive thing where you're just following your intuition in terms of who you bring into your circle. And yeah, people kind of wonder what it is that makes or breaks a connection with you. Some people have also wanted to get you a gift, like let's say it's your birthday or something, or Christmas or something, or whatever it is. Like, people want to get you gifts, but they don't exactly know what to get you. The reason I say so is because this crystal is a gift from one of my wonderful clients. So it's making me think of, her. She knows I'm spiritual. She knows that I love crystals. So obviously she got me this, which I really appreciate. But sometimes, we want to buy someone a gift and we don't really know them that well. We don't really know what their interests are, what they like. So sometimes we don't want to buy them something they wouldn't like. And we want to be thoughtful. So I see some people wanting to do that, but not exactly knowing how to ask you because they want it to be a surprise. They want it to be something special. Also, people wonder, like what food you like, because some people want to like ask you to go out to a certain restaurant, but they're not sure if you like that food or not. So I'm seeing something like that. I'm also seeing that people, what is this coping mechanisms card about spirit? So spirit is showing me, for some of you in the past, you held on to certain people very tightly, even when they were not good for you, even when they weren't the best for you. Um, and then eventually you let go of it. You loosened your grip on those things, people, places that didn't serve you. And people wonder like what changed, what made you hold on in the first place. So I think it's like people sort of try to psychoanalyze you, try to figure out what happened in your life that caused you to maybe hold on to people, places, things that weren't treating you the best. And they wonder what caused it, if that makes sense. So there's something about that coming through, but they also wonder what the last straw was that made you realize this person's not meant to be in my life. This person's not for me. Um, so yeah. With the baby steps card and the big picture thinking card and double mission, people see that you have a lot of potential. People almost get this innate feeling within, this inner knowing within of pile number 3 is meant to do something big in the world. They have a big purpose, a big mission, but they don't always know what it is. They see that you are a visionary. They see that you have very amazing ideas. And they often wonder how you get these ideas, where you get these ideas. And I think oftentimes it's just your intuition guiding you to take action towards something. It is your heart guiding you to take action towards something. It is your dreams guiding you to take action. And people wonder where you get this visionary quality from. And I think oftentimes it's just being connected to your own intuition, because when you're connected to your own intuition, your soul guides you to your divine purpose, to your divine mission. We don't need to think about it and look for it. Our soul will guide us to it. And when we listen to that and take steps towards that, we go towards our purpose and our big mission. And even if we don't fully believe in ourselves in the moment when we're taking that first step, if it is part of our purpose, Spirit is going to give us those blessings and open up those doors to help us get there. Even if it's a huge dream where it feels impossible, Spirit will open up those doors. So Spirit is showing me like those people that let's say they had really big dreams to become a singer, and everybody in their life told them they couldn't do it. And then eventually they do it and they're famous, and, their songs all over the radio. So it's like maybe that was part of their purpose, and the universe opened up that door for them because they were meant to be doing that. They had that dream in the first place because they were meant to be doing that. And it's like when you follow your dreams, when you follow your passions, what your heart is taking you to, you are taking steps towards your purpose, and the universe will eventually open up that door because you're meant to walk through it. So that is what I see here. As a kind of answer from Spirit. Very interesting. I never knew this. Let's pull your tarot cards now. People wonder if you ever feel awkward in social situations, because I'm getting that you appear to be really in control in social situations where you don't look nervous or anxious. And some people that are a little bit more nervous speaking to people wonder, like, do you feel nervous? Do you just like act like you're not nervous, or do you feel nervous? Or is it something that you get over time? I'm also hearing from Spirit that people wonder what your beliefs are, what your opinions are on certain situations happening within the world, whether you are more spiritual or religious, what your beliefs are there. Yeah, that's what I see as well. We have the Death card with Jet. What about pile number 3 makes people wonder? We have the Empress with Chrysocolla. We have the Page of Cups with Vera Cruz Amethyst, the Four of Cups with Pink Halite, and the Six of Wands with Blue Topaz. Yeah, so we have the Nine of Swords at the back of the deck, so people wonder if you ever feel anxious or if you ever overthink things, because to you, when you do certain things, you just make it seem effortless. You look like you have a lot of self-love with the Empress, and you look like the type of person that is very courageous, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, where you don't fear anything, things fear you. So like I'm hearing social anxiety fears you, like the dark fears you, you don't feel the dark. Like you don't fear spiders, the spiders fear you. I'm just using those as an example. Even if it's not true, that's how people are viewing you. They're viewing you as very courageous, like you don't have any fears in the world. And they're wondering, like, do you actually feel fears, or is this just their thoughts of you? I do think that everybody does have fears. It's unrealistic to think somebody is like having no fears at all, but I do think that you don't let your fears stop you from going towards it, because maybe in the past like it did affect you, but you tried to move past it and face your fears anyways. And courage is just doing something even when you feel fear, and eventually when you do it so much, it changes where you don't even hear the fear anymore. But that's just my perception of it. Yours could be different. But let me know in the comments what you think of this reading, like if anything is accurate or what your opinions are. I feel like with the Empress here, you've also grown a lot. With the Death card, you've transformed a lot, changed a lot within yourself and your own life. And you are protecting your own peace, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. where you're no longer settling for breadcrumbs. You're no longer settling for less than you know you deserve. So, yeah, that's something people wonder about. What caused this change? What caused the series of transformational shifts in your life that have definitely created a ripple effect on where you are currently. People also wonder how it is that you are so closely connected to your intuition, how you get those intuitive messages, and how you also trust your intuition. People also wonder what your wishes are, what your dreams are, what your vision is for the future. And it's because they see your potential, so they want to see you get there. They want to see you create success for yourself in different aspects of life and, find happiness and joy in your life and see that come to a reality. So people wonder what those dreams and wishes are for you. So this is what I have for you, pile number 3. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.